Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mischief TV. Hey guys, this is a fun one. It is part 3 on the trade video, and we're at a Walmart like, I don't know, 30 minutes away, and we're about to trade the four-wheeler for another fun toy. So we're gonna sit here and wait to see if he shows up, and if he does and this trade goes through, we'll see you on the other side of it.
One eternity later.
After literally an hour of waiting, they're here. I don't know if you can see that car over there that's pulling up, but they're here, so I will catch you guys on the other side of this trade, however it goes.
Seconds later.
Just like that, the trade went through, so let me show you guys our new toy. This is a Monster Moto mini bike equipped with a 212 Predator engine. It's had the governor removed, got no air filter, and the rear tire can be mistaken for a drag strip. The good, however, starts with the twist throttle, aftermarket exhaust, and a top speed of about 40 miles an hour. We traded our 212 snowmobile for a 110 ATV, and now we have this. Let's drive straight into it and see how far we can get into restoring this little pit bike. All in all, it's not too bad, so let's dive right into fixing it. I think the first thing we're going to tackle is... let's dive into the brakes first. I think we can make quick work of that. They're cable operated, and it seems to be just missing a bolt, like I said before, so let's dive straight into it. If you guys have seen the last couple of videos, you know I've been doing all my work on the floor here. It is very nice to have something small enough for once that we can put up on the bench, but enough yapping about how much room I have and how lucky I am to have it up on the bench. I still have to get pretty low to work on the brakes. But it looks like I said, they're just missing the bolt here, and this one's pretty loose. So I'm gonna go ahead, find a bolt that threads up, get these nice and tight, and see if we have brakes. See if this is literally all that we have, because if you look, it's cable operated, and I squeeze them, and they work, but the tire does not actually break. It does not, stop. So let's grab some bolts, throw them in, see if this fixes our problem. Thank you, snowmobile. I have found 2 bolts that fit, so we're gonna Loctite them, throw them in, and hopefully this fixes our brake problem. Seems to spin pretty well. Inside the caliper, there are brake pads, but they look a little bit worn, so I might end up getting new pads, but I need some kind of semblance of brakes if I plan on riding this at all. Using your feet to stop is not a great idea. Do not. Yes, good idea, have brakes. Bad idea, use your foot to stop. It doesn't ever really go well unless you're super careful and you're driving at low speeds, and who wants to drive this at low speeds? We all know this will do about 40 miles an hour, so why keep it at 12? So let's throw this back together and let's see if we have brakes. Let's see if we have any brakes here. Ready? I got nothing. So the bad news is it's gonna need brake pads, because that did not fix it. It's cable operated, and I tried playing with the tension. It's not the tension. I might try tightening it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's not it, because the brake pads are extending, but not enough to make a difference. So probably gonna need rear brake pads. We're going to jump from brakes, which we're going to call done until we get brake pads. And we're going to do a quick once over the engine. I know that it needs the new lever for the carb here. Should try to get some sort of air filter on it. I want to pull the plug, just make sure it's doing okay. Kind of do a once over, nice cleanup. Everything else looks pretty good. Like I said, just a bit of dirt. Might pull the oil out of it, do a quick oil change, or just check the color of it, honestly. Actually, we can just do that right now. The nice thing about these Predator motors is they have 2 dipsticks, so no gas, a little dark. Honestly, we might change it, put some 1030 in it. It probably wouldn't hurt. And I have to lift the front because the drain plug's right there. So maybe we'll do that in a little bit. I think we're going to move on to engine cleanup, pull the plug, test to fit another lever for this, see if we can't just clean it up a little bit. Spark plug doesn't look too bad, honestly. If it'll focus here, yeah, not too bad at all. So I'm gonna just toss it back in. I honestly like that. We'll just throw that right back in. And let's move on to the carburetor. Okay, so because of how painful it would be to get this carburetor off of here, we're gonna leave it on the bike. I'm going to take these two top screws out. Hopefully we can get to this lever. If you can see, it is a little wet, so it is leaking a little bit of fuel, which I'm thinking is probably because of this line. Could be the float, could be a number of things, but I don't want to take it off the bike because it would be a pain. So let's take these two screws out. Oh, I am dripping out of the float bowl here. See that? So we're probably going to crack that and make sure the float and needle itself is doing all right. But we're going to start with this, and then we'll go from there. Oh, they're already loose. That is a good sign. By the way, it's going to leak. I just found out the hard way. We're draining all the fuel out through our lovely towel collection system and oil pan, which is totally not going to, I mean, look at the, whoop, it's totally not going to fit. But that's why the towels are here. I'm just going to let all this drain out, try not to huff it in, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes, I guess.
Eventually.
Figured I'd stop and take a second while this is draining to let you guys know that the Mischief store, where all of you can get your fancy little license plates that I display on all of my cars and all of our fun toys. Every toy gets a license plate or a sticker or both. You guys can see them on the past videos. Too much yapping about that. Go check it out. Everything is going to be on sale. Everything will be a couple bucks off. I don't know the true percentage amount yet, but when this video comes out, everything will be on sale on the mischiefstore.com. So go check it out. At least look at it. You do me the grace of looking at it. Please, you guys don't have to buy anything. I ask that you just look at it. Please, I put a lot of time into the store, and I really appreciate you guys at least checking it out. The link to the description of the channel. Watch this video first, and then go check it out. Just a quick look would do me a lot of grace. Thank you guys. Have a great day. If you guys buy something, that's even better. I appreciate you all. Let's get back to it. Here is the broken fuel lever. You can actually see where it's broken through right there, and it's actually letting fuel in. I think that's why it's draining and it's leaking. And I actually have a backup one I tucked in here. You can already see it starting to leak a little bit less. So I'm going to get it put back together, and hopefully we don't have to drain all of the gas out of it. I can just put it back together and it stops. That's my hope anyway. Let's see what happens. Make sure you get this seal nice. See that seal I just flipped nice and centered on there? And you get your cap. Like so. And then I'm going to zip those nice and tight with the screwdriver, and let's see if we solved our leaky problem. Nice and tight there. Just stripping them out, go any tighter. I pull all these away, all of our soggy fuel rags. Yummy. Y'all want a snack? Yep, we're leaking out of the line because I loosened it up. But I don't see any drips out of here. I'm going to take a towel to it, tighten this back up, and let's see if we have any leaks. And I'm not seeing any leaks, so I think we're good to go on that note. Let's move on to trying to clean some of this up, maybe spinning this so it's easier to pull. I'm not sure on that yet, but we do need to hit everything with like a good carb cleaner, a good cleaning spray, a little bit of glass cleaner, try to clean some of it up. I don't know what's in this stuff, but it works great. It's like Windex and a little bit of acidic cleaner and I don't know, soap. It works great and it gives you the perfect soapy look effect, and it should clean everything off. So I'm going to get to wiping it all down and let's see how clean this thing gets. Now that we've got the first layer of dirt knocked off, we're going to move on to number 2, which is this WD-40 degreaser penetrating stuff, which is awesome. It's really used for bolts, but it works pretty well if you guys just spray it a little, let it soak, a little bit like that. Down here on the frame some more. Anything up here? Oh yeah, look at that mess. Just scoot the pan over so I don't drip everywhere. Yeah, see, it's helpful now. And we'll let that soak for a second, go to wipe it off. And this stuff, I was talking good about the glass cleaner. This stuff is worth every dollar of the $14 you pay for it. I mean, look, I'm not even using a rag yet. So I'm gonna get to scrubbing all this off and we'll see you shortly. I've got to say that came out pretty well. If you guys see the red spot, you guys already know what's coming, but I'm not gonna spoil it for those of you who don't. We're gonna move on to cutting the blue zip ties that literally serve no purpose. Probably going to cut these, or at least cut the ends off of them here, you know, just the little strands. I don't like how much cord is showing here off the throttle cable, so I'm probably going to figure out how to tuck it more back to here and get it like looped instead of having it looped up here, because this is just obnoxious. I mean, I get that you need extra when you turn it, but good Lord, that's a lot. So we're gonna try to do that. I'm gonna snip a couple zip ties and we're gonna try to just overall pretty it up a little bit. And I'm hoping to wrap this all up today with the exception of the brakes. That's much better. See this? See how there's still plenty of room when you turn it? See how I got it pulled back? See how it looks nice and clean? I also did the brakes a little bit. I can't really, maybe, a zip tie like right there, get the line tucked away, that would do. Can't really get the throttle cable anymore, it's just gonna be like that, but that's okay. The brake line though, that'd be nice and pretty right there. This is literally my thought process. That goes there, zip tie that there, that'd be pretty. Okay, now fuel line, now where does this go? So, like I just said, we're gonna figure out where this goes. It is the vent tube for the engine. Normally it goes into the top of the air filter. No air filter. No way to put an air filter on it. Frame rail's too close. Not sure what I'm gonna do here or if we're even gonna put one on it. I'm probably just gonna list this without an air filter on it, but this has to go somewhere. So I'm thinking maybe we just run it along, because see, it's already got the bend in it. So maybe we run it along like that and it just vents out to the back here. Like so. And hold itself up. I like that. I think we'll do something along those lines. There's just one thing left to do before we do my favorite part. You guys know my favorite part if you guys have watched the rest of the videos. If not, you guys are just gonna have to wait. I'm waiting myself, you guys have to wait. So the next step is delete all the junk. That's also a fun step. We started deleting some of the random zip ties, but like this Ozark trail tag, gone. We need to delete, let's see, what can we take off of here? There's this random, shall we call it wiener? Sticking off the front of the bike. So our bike has a little wiener, a little ding-a-ling off the front. There's another one that I saw right here. Like, what is this for? I don't understand. I'm just gonna add them to my bolt collection. It is a nice little pile now, I do say, thanks to the snowmobile. Past that might be all the junk. Little bike, less junk. So I'm gonna pop those off. I already pulled the Ozark tag off and threw it away, and we will move on. Now it's time for my favorite part, but before we do that, we got to take the seat off. So it looks like there's two, I believe they are 10mm bolts sitting on the back, and there might be one. Nope, it just slides off the front. So I'm gonna pop these two bolts off. We'll take the seat off and we'll get to my favorite part. Ta-da! Ta-da! You'll notice we're outside, and that's because the next step, and my favorite step, is paint. We're going to lay spray paint down onto some of the frame rail here, the foot pegs, you know, that red spot back there. If you guys didn't already know from earlier when I hinted at it, it's exactly what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna lay some paint, try to hide some of these rust spots. I'm gonna try to leave this alone. I brought some towels and some tape out this time. The sticker up here looks fine, but like a little spot maybe on the fork here, maybe over the sticker. You can see a little bit of rust where the weld is here. Just try to clean it up a little. Just a nice, good, easy once over with the paint, and hopefully it looks a bit better. I have faith that it will, and we'll move on after it's dry. Start with the easy part first. Just nice, light, gentle, just some on the exhaust. Oh, Hunter, but you oversprayed. Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. That looks nice and dry. That paint looks real good. So let's go back in the garage to get the seat on it and move on from there. It looks a lot better with the frame paint and with the seat on it. So what we're going to do now is pull the oil plug right there, drain all the oil out of it, put some new oil in it, and then we'll take it for a test drive. So I've already got the ratchet set up here, handy dandy. And I'm going to zip this plug out. Yeah, it's a bit dark. It's a lot dark, actually. It's really dark. Well, I'm gonna let it all drain out. You see I got it propped up a little bit, and then we will put new oil in it and get it back to a pretty pristine oil color. I also don't like how much it's just straight flowing out. Like, I know they hold a lot of oil, but when we had the sled, it didn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. I'm gonna let it drain out, and we will see you guys soon.
A few moments later.
Getting some nice, pretty oil in it, flushing it out. You can see the different color. Even in the oil there, yeah, you see the dirty and the clean. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep flushing this out. You can see how pretty it is coming out of the spout there. So I'm gonna flush it out. I'm almost done, actually. Put the plug back in it, fill it back up on oil, and we'll call this step done. Now that we've got the oil all topped off and pretty good, we're gonna call the oil done. So we're gonna move back on to the overspray. I told you we'd come back to it. A little bit of nail polish remover is good for the acetone right there. 100% pure acetone, takes it right off. So put a little bit on a towel. I'm gonna wipe this off. I got a little bit on the engine or the oil cap right here, and just kind of do a once over. It also takes some of that grime off, so nice to do a once over, and then I'm gonna take some pictures. That looks much better. Just a nice little quick touch up with the acetone to pull off any overspray. Looks really good. Let's get some pictures for Facebook. Let's get this thing listed, and then let's take it around and see if I can not crash with no brakes. I've decided, due to my infinite wisdom and my just intense thought process, that I'm gonna ride this over there and take pictures instead of taking pictures and walking it over there. I'm gonna ride it over there. So let's try and fire this thing up. I know it needs a bit of gas, so I'm gonna top it off with gas, and then we'll try to start it. One final touch before I go ahead and take pictures of it, and that is our Mischief branded Ucomin ATV or motorcycle license plate. You can get yours at themischiefstore.com. Go check it out. I'm gonna get it zip tied up here. I'm thinking like right here on the front of the frame. I think on the front of the steering rack would be good. And then let's go take some pictures of it. I've gone ahead and put a decent amount of gas in it. And how could you guys let me forget? There's one final step. I gotta brand this. Somewhere on here I have to write Mischief TV. Thinking maybe like right here between the two zip ties. I think that's a perfect spot. So I'm gonna write my cutesy little logo, and then we'll ride it over and take some pictures. That's good enough for me. It looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. You guys will notice I'm wearing the GoPro. When I'm riding it, I'm not gonna be holding the camera. You guys will go to GoPro. So we'll go to GoPro cam in a minute. Let's go ahead and get it started. Beautiful. That was beautiful. So you can see the license plate looks real good on front. Everything looks good. So let's take it for a ride. Let's switch to a GoPro cam here, and let's see if it kills us on the way over there. I don't know how well you can hear me, but here we go. There we go. No? Yeah, I think she's just cold. So I'm gonna grab some pictures of it. Got my phone here. Oh, I look good, don't I? Beautiful angle there. Another one there. Get a nice close up of the motor. Nice kind of overhang like this. Nice solid. Oh yeah, look at that. There's the exposure a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I tossed your hair a little. Oh, it's beautiful. And I already got a little video of me trying to drive it earlier. I know. This is technically the second time I've ridden it over here. The first time I didn't have the GoPro on, so I knew it would be fine. I just don't know why it was staggering it a little. But let's take it back over. Woo! I realize you guys can't see anything. There we go. It's not bad. I don't think it's meant for somebody my weight, but not too bad. Honestly, it didn't try to kill me. It's a little bit touchy on the brake or on the throttle, but I knew it would be because it's a clutch style with a chain. And I'm 6 foot, about 160 pounds, so it's a bit of a small bike for me. So my leg is trying not to rub that open converter, but other than that, it's doing fine. Well, it didn't try to kill me, and it's doing okay, I think. I just don't think it might be a little bit too heavy for it. It is a small person's bike. It ain't really meant for a guy my size, but it does do pretty good. So I think we're gonna call it at that. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button, and we will... what? Tristan's here, woo woo! So, I don't know, I guess we're gonna ride the pit bike. We might have just made it better. There's a little tuning screw on the carburetor. I will show you in just a second. We tightened it up while opening the choke a little bit because we're pretty sure it was bogging down, not getting enough air. So we opened it a little bit. Yeah, I think we just made it better. Right there. That's the weak thing. See if it did any better. I was saying, I feel like I gotta have a drag space where the space stops. There's no brakes, but yeah, it's ripping now. I'm doing great.
Later, that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
I'd say the pit bike's doing pretty successful. We're about to take it on another rip. I may or may not have went down on it, and it may or may not have hurt me a little bit, but it's fine. It's great. It does great. I'm okay. It's fine. Tristan's just struggling with the gas cap a little bit. How we get it? Might have to choke it a little. It's the black lever. Yep. That one's just a little. Yep. There it goes. Oh.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Alright guys, as this day is coming to an end, so is this video, so I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching it all the way through. If you did, thank you, and I hope you guys really did enjoy it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment. I will see you guys in the next one. And just to prove that we know what we're doing here. See? Fires right up. See you all later. Bye-bye. Nothing like a little bit of fire to make a man laugh. But on that note, we are going to end it here. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys subscribe. Hopefully next week we throw some more parts on it or we trade it. I guess we'll never know. You guys will have to stay tuned. So we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.